You're watching Jamaica House Weekly. I'm Lorraine Mendez. Prime Minister Andrew Holness last Tuesday declared 74,726 hectares of land spanning several parishes as the Cockpit Country Protected Area. The boundaries were defined after consultations with stakeholders and cabinet deliberations. The Prime Minister also declared that no mining would be allowed in the Cockpit Country, advising that existing laws and mining licenses would be updated to reflect the change.
While we forego the extraction of millions of tons of high-grade bauxite and limestone with potential earnings of billions of United States dollars, we cannot put a price tag on the loss to our water resources and our biodiversity.
To ensure even greater protection of the Cockpit Country, the Culture Ministry will seek to have the area designated a UNESCO World Heritage Site. A comprehensive management plan of the cockpit is also to be developed with stakeholders.
The Minister of Local Government has given an emergency allocation, and I will be speaking with the Minister of Social Security to ensure that persons who have been affected, who have lost property, especially homeowners, that there is some assistance provided.
Prime Minister Andrew Holness reassuring Montegonians after the second city received 3.5 inches of rain in 4.5 hours last Wednesday, causing significant flooding and damage to public and private infrastructure. Following Thursday's tour of affected areas, $20 million in emergency relief was disbursed by the Ministry of Local Government. In Parliament last Tuesday, Mr. Holness announced that all 63 constituencies across the island would each receive $10 million to carry out immediate road repairs. Of that figure, $4 million will go towards pothole patching, $4 million to bushing and drain cleaning, and $2 million for general cleanup of waste. To ensure value for money, the Prime Minister says the Office of the Contractor General (OCG) has been called in to oversee the awarding of contracts. The OCG will also assist in the inspection of works before funds are released.
We expect every dollar to be spent according to the policy that we have just announced here today. It is also incumbent on every member of Parliament to ensure that the resources are spent wisely and that the work is done.
On Wednesday, Prime Minister Holness pledged $1,500 of his personal funds to hurricane relief efforts in the Caribbean. Mr. Holness made the pledge at the Caribbean Love Now Hurricane Relief Benefit Concert at the Stadium Complex. In the past few months, the region has been devastated by 3 major hurricanes. At home, the National Identification and Registration Act 2017 has been passed in both houses of Parliament. This now makes it possible for the implementation of the National Identification System (NIDS). The bill's passage will also lead to the transformation of the Registrar General's Department into the National Identification and Registration Authority. In Parliament Tuesday, Mr. Holness said the various amendments made to the bill were reflective of government listening to the concerns raised by citizens. Among them, the removal of a prison sentence for persons who do not have an ID card and the suspension of the ID system in cases of emergency.
We cannot continue to look at the Jamaican state as the enemy of the people. I am not the enemy of the people. And it is time that we reject that idea.
And the NIDSFacts.com website has been launched to give factual information about the implementation of the program. Prime Minister Holness also told Parliament that his administration was actively pursuing the passage of the Data Protection Act to strengthen the NIDS bill and quell the privacy concerns of citizens.
Privacy is not anonymity. And in today's state, more than ever, you need a strong, honest state with integrity to defend the privacy of the people.
In Tuesday's parliamentary sitting, Prime Minister Holness piloted an amendment to the Special Economic Zones Act 2016, which was subsequently passed by the House. The amendment formally assigns oversight responsibility for the SEZ to the Ministry of Economic Growth and Job Creation, where it previously resided with the Ministry of Industry. By Friday, Prime Minister Andrew Holness was in Highgate, St. Mary, handing over units at the National Housing Trust's latest development. 42-bedroom detached units were dispersed to the new residents of the Nashville housing scheme. Worth $8.79 to $10.8 million each, the houses were built under the NHT's Labor and Small Materials Program.
This program, it's good because it brings in the small contractor, it brings in the labor force within a certain locale, but from a national strategic level, it gives our young people an opportunity to develop the necessary skills.
Back at Jamaica House Tuesday, Prime Minister Andrew Holness extended a warm welcome to incoming Canadian High Commissioner Laurie Peters. Her Excellency Peters presented her credentials to Mr. Holness, who noted that Canada had been a faithful partner to Jamaica in security, trade, and other areas. And that's how we close out Jamaica House Weekly. Be sure to join us next time for more of the news coming out of the office of the Prime Minister.